Ready to hear about Samsung's Galaxy S26 lineup leaks that might just turn the smartphone world upside down? Because after a few years of playing it safe with camera sensors and chipsets, Samsung is teasing some upgrades that are subtle but could pack a punch, especially if you've been waiting for real change beyond small tweaks. What if I told you the base S26 is finally ditching that same old 50MP sensor it's been recycling for years, or that the chip setup this time around could be the most complicated and fascinating we've seen in ages? And the Ultra? Well, it might look familiar, but there's a sneaky new camera tweak that could make all the difference. Curious? You should be. Welcome back, viewers. Sam here. If you love getting tech insights served with a side of fun, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss a scoop. Let's kick off with the base Galaxy S26. For the last two generations, Samsung has been reusing the same ISOCELL GN3 sensor on the S23 and S24 base and Plus models, which honestly felt like a missed opportunity. But leaks from Galaxy Club suggest Samsung might finally be ready to switch things up with a brand new 50MP sensor for the base S26. Yes, still 50 megapixels, but the sensor itself is different. What could that mean? Better low-light performance? Sharper images? Faster processing? We don't know yet, but it's enough to make us sit up and take notice. Now here's the kicker. The rumored Plus model might actually disappear, replaced by a Galaxy S26 Edge variant. If that happens, this fresh sensor might only appear in the base S26, leaving the Edge or Plus with the old tech. Samsung's playing chess here, and it's anyone's guess how the pieces will fall. It's a twist that could affect your buying decisions, so keep an eye out. Switching gears to the Ultra, Samsung's flagship playground. The Galaxy S25 Ultra stunned us by upgrading its ultra-wide camera from a decade-old 12MP sensor to a brand new 50MP one. So what's next? The S26 Ultra looks like it will mostly keep the same camera setup, a 200MP main sensor, the same 50MP ultra-wide, and the trusty 50MP 5x telephoto lens. But here's where it gets interesting. The mysterious fourth rear camera might get a makeover. Since the S22 Ultra, there's been a 10MP 3x telephoto lens with modest specs. Leakers say Samsung wants to upgrade that, possibly with the ISOCELL Gen 5 sensor they showed off last year, a flexible sensor that can work as either an ultra-wide or telephoto. Imagine the possibilities: sharper zoom shots or wider landscapes, depending on how Samsung tweaks it. It's a little detail that could make a big difference for photography fans, and yes, the S Pen stays put in the S26 Ultra for now. But rumor has it, Samsung might ditch the dedicated stylus slot in future Ultra models, signaling a big shift for longtime Note users. Also, don't expect built-in magnetic rings for Qi2 wireless charging or magnetic accessories. You'll still need a compatible magnetic case to get those perks. It's a small annoyance but worth knowing before you decide. Now let's talk chips, because the Galaxy S26 series might come with the most complicated chipset situation Samsung has ever juggled. The Ultra model is reportedly getting the Snapdragon 8 Elite 2 everywhere worldwide. No more regional Snapdragon versus Exynos shuffle for the Ultra, finally some consistency. But for the base S26 and the Plus or Edge version, that's where Samsung's own Exynos 2600 might power the global models, with Snapdragon reserved for the US, Japan, South Korea, and China. Talk about a chip roulette. Here's the twist that makes this even more fascinating. Last year, Samsung introduced a custom for Galaxy Snapdragon chip made on their own SF2 node. It was a big deal because it was different from the regular Snapdragon chips built by TSMC. But that special chip won't arrive with the S26 lineup. It's delayed until the second half of 2026, debuting on foldables like the Galaxy Z Fold 8 and Flip 8. Why does this matter? Because the chip's manufacturing process affects everything: cost, power efficiency, performance. TSMC's 3nm process is top tier but pricey, while Samsung's SF2 process aims to be cheaper but isn't ready yet. So Samsung's playing the waiting game, juggling cost and performance while keeping their options open. If all goes well, we're looking at 3 different chipsets across the Galaxy S26 family depending on model and region. That's some next-level complexity. So what's the takeaway? The Galaxy S26 might not be a radical overhaul, but that doesn't mean it's boring. The base model's rumored new 50MP sensor could finally bring meaningful camera upgrades for everyday users. The Ultra might look familiar but hides a clever sensor upgrade that photographers will appreciate. And the chipset shuffle shows Samsung's balancing act between performance, cost, and supply chain challenges. Honestly, Samsung seems to be playing it smart: steady improvements, some surprises, and a chip strategy that could keep things interesting for years. But what do you think? Are you excited about the rumored upgrades or hoping for a bolder leap? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm eager to hear your take. Thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this deep dive. I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, stay curious and keep loving tech.